So we've changed the background. We know how to insert word art and change the size and colors of it. We know how to reorder items on the page, and we know how to move things a little bit finer using our mouse and holding down Shift. All right, next we're going to move on to skill number 4. So we're going to put in a box just like this one, and we're going to change the color of it, and we're going to change the line on the outside. And then we're going to play with the font inside as well. So let's try it. First, we're going to put in a shape. You can make any shape and put text over top of it. So I'm going to choose one slightly different looking, just so I can show you that it still works. So there's my box. That's step 1. Now change the color. Okay, let's change the color of the inside. Done. Increase the line thickness. So here, right beside color, you'll find the line color, the border color. You can also change the border weight or thickness. Let's go 3 is a nice one. There we go. And I could also even change the style of the lines to dashed or dotted. That's where these 4 items kind of control the colors in this. Next, we're going to change the font inside. So I'm going to write something in it so I can change a font. Okay. So let's see. I want to see what these fonts look like. So what I did is I just added a little bit of words in there. And you can just say hi. You could write whatever you want, a nice message. Doesn't have to be long because we're just changing the font right here. So the look, oh, see how different that is? There we go. So we can change the look of the font there as well as the color right there. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to select all of the text in the box. You can do that by, it says here, Control A, which I like, which is like Control All is how I remember that. Or you can click 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Look, see? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Selected everything. That way, instead of just changing one word, I'm going to undo. Remember, you can always undo. I can select everything by clicking 3 times. And then I can change everything in the box. Okay? The last thing is we're going to make everything bigger and smaller the text. So I'm going to click 3 times. And then I'm going to use Control Shift dot to make it bigger, and then Control Shift comma to make it smaller. See that? I hold down Control and I hold down Shift. You can also change the size right here as well. Okay. I can also change the size of the box by dragging at the corners, similar to our word art. And remember, if I hold down Shift, so I can make skinnier, or I can make wider, but I'm going to undo both of those. If I want to keep the same kind of thickness, but just make it bigger, I hold down Shift and resize. All right, let's move on. Number 5, make a star for the tree. You can use a shape or you can use the curved line tool. So we have 2 options here. You can go into your shapes and find a star. I think there is one in here somewhere. I'm not going to spend too much time looking for it because the shapes are really easy. If you find the star, you can make one. Oh, there you go. You can make them really easy and then change the colors and stuff inside. I'm going to go undo because I'm going to show you the curved line tool. So it's right beside the shapes under lines, but the curved line tool lets you build your own kind of shape. So I'm going to go 1, click, stop, click, stop, click. See how I kind of am creating my own? That's what the curved line tool does. Wherever you click, it kind of puts a stopping point. And now I've made my own shape. Now see how it's still in that little cross? To go out of there, I can come up here and click on the select mouse button there. Now I'm able to click again like normal without creating a polyline tool or a curved line tool. So look at my star. Remember that I can always change the color of it and the lines and the border weight. Okay, just like I did on other things. So a lot of the same settings can work on different shapes and pictures and images. Okay. All right, next let's duck over to number 6. Insert an image besides this one. Resize by dragging the blue corners, not the middle squares. Cut it in half. It's called cropping it in half. Change the shape to rounded, add a nice border. So let's do that. First thing is to put an image beside there. To do that, we go to Insert, Image. And I like to search the web. So let's find one about snow. There we go. Let's put that one in. So all I did was double click there to insert, or you can click insert at the bottom. I did go a little fast, I apologize. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is resize it. It's too big, it's covering everything. So I'm gonna hold down Shift again, because I don't want my picture to get too fat. I want it to keep the same, so I'm gonna undo, undo, okay? So when I hold down Shift, watch, it always, no matter what I do, see how it's staying in that same kind of shape. So let's make it smaller, and smaller. There we go. I don't need it to be huge here. Next, I'm going to crop it in half. So you can cut out parts of the picture that you don't want to see. So let's say I only wanted the tree. I double click on the picture. And now I can drag the black box to crop it. Ooh, see, that was the wrong one there. I grabbed the blue dot instead of the black line. You can tell because the black line stayed in place. So the black line's inside, so I'm slowly gonna move. There we go, now I got it. So that's one way to crop. I'm going to go undo, undo. Because the other way to crop is click on the image here, and then there's actually a crop section right there, crop image. And it just does the same thing, gives you those little black lines. So you can double click or press the crop button up there. So once again, I grab the black line. See how the blue stayed, the black moved? I've got the black line. I grab the right one. When I'm ready, I press enter or I click off of the image. Last but not least, we are going to change the shape to rounded and add a nice border. So right here beside crop image, we have mask image. And this way you can change the shape of the frame around the image. So let's do it rounded edges right here, the second one. So not square, rounded. See how it just changed the corners to rounded? Now we're going to do a border. It's the same way there. So border color, border weight, same as we did for our box up there on our shapes. So let's do a bright border. And I'm going to make it a little more noticeable. All right, so there you go. When you actually create images, you can also play a little bit with the color and the size and the shape and the shadow on it. Some different things that you can try there by going into your format options. So I click on the image to select it, and then I can do a little bit of formatting. All right, we're ready for our last video where we're going to do number 7, 8, 9, and 10 together.